Good evening. Welcome. We're discussing chakras in the earth tonight. And for those of you that may not know, Earth is actually a conscious entity and also is considered our great mother. That's pretty awesome to me. But sometimes we don't even realize that Earth is more closely related to our physical bodies than we realize, spiritually and physically. There were actually ancient civilizations that built megalithic sacred monuments where there's said to be high levels of energy or vortices or vortexes, or what we'll be discussing today as Earth Chakras. And just as our bodies are said to have 7 basic fundamental chakras, the earth is said to have them as well. This spiritual vessel that we call the world has energy flowing through Earth's, main energy centers, or what we would call the chakras. And these chakras are connected by these energy circuits. And in these spaces, it's said that you can actually feel the flow of the energy. And also in these spaces is the powerful connecting of our chakras when we step into these spaces, which actually open us up to become universal energy channels. Okay? There is controversy, however, on exactly where these energy spaces are in the earth, where they're located. But there are a few that, for the majority agree on certain spaces for these chakras. I'm sure there are more, but let's talk about these that are well known and agreed upon spaces and what they represent spiritually. So starting with our root chakra, which is located at the base of our spine, it's the lowest part of our torso. The root chakra in the earth is said to be located at Mount Shasta in California, USA. I'm excited about that. And as with the body, the root chakra actually represents foundational groundedness, being safe, feeling protected, having a strong sense of self or belonging. In the earth, this chakra is known for its beauty and spiritual presence as well. Mount Shasta is a still active volcano and is actually one of the highest in its range. It actually represents the root or the base of Earth's energy, and it also regulates the universal life and acts as a geyser of upward energy there as well. The natives actually believe that Mount Shasta could represent the center of the universe. They also believe that it could actually be the birthplace of the Creator. And so the sacral chakra is located, which is the second chakra, right? It's located in Lake Titicaca. There's lots of long words. And Lake Titicaca is in Peru and Bolivia. So with the sacral chakra, our second chakra is in the body. It connects us to our emotions, our movements, creativity, motivation, our senses. In Lake Titicaca, there's actually an intersect through the middle of it and it's intersected by the Peruvian and Bolivian border. This lake is home to Isla del Sol, which means the home of the sun. Also home to who we've known as the Incas people. The Bolivian island was considered sacred, and interestingly enough, there's actually a temple completely submerged in that lake. It was found by archaeologists. Furthermore, this lake is said to embody both masculine and feminine energies, which speaks to the presence and the activities of both sexualities, in the sacral chakra. And it is said that this energy center in the earth for the sacral chakra actually regulates the evolutionary process of all species on the earth. Get that. Next, we have our solar plexus, which is located in Uluru and Kata Juta rock formations in Australia. The solar plexus in the body is actually our seat of power, our integrity, our higher purpose. This dual chakra is said to lie at two massive rock formations, the Uluru and the Kata Juta, which is actually 18 miles apart, also several thousand feet high in the Australian desert. And it is home to and significant to local Aboriginal groups, ancient wisdom as well, and creation stories as well. The solar plexus is like a makeshift umbilical cord that anchors life all around the globe, right? And then we move to our heart chakra, which is in Glastonbury and Shaftesbury, England. In the human body, the heart chakra shows how we connect, both inwardly with ourselves and outwardly as well. In the earth, this chakra is also a dual chakra. It's located at Glastonbury and Shaftesbury, two towns in southern England. And they're about 30 or so miles apart. And some say that this chakra also expands to Stonehenge, for those of you that know what that is. Traditional stories and legends actually reside here about kings. I won't name any names, and even stories of after the death of Christ. The heart chakra energy of life and healing is seen to point to Glastonbury and Shaftesbury energy, and they both connect to ideas, they both have ideas that connect to love and the will, which brings them together in this very healing energy. Some see Hawaii, Halikala, I believe that's how you say that, Halikala volcano as a potential space for the heart chakra as well. With this Hawaiian volcano, it's said that the energy given off at the top of this volcano actually has the same beating frequency as the human heart. And that's why they feel like that can also be a place for the heart chakra. And then we have our throat chakra, which is in Egypt and Israel. And in the human body, the throat chakra represents communication, discernment, and truth. And this chakra is a combination of 3 separate sites. The Pyramid of Giza, which is in Egypt, Mount Sinai, which is also in Egypt, and the Jerusalem Mount of Olives. 2 of those you may notice if you are familiar with the Bible. What's interesting is when you look at a map and you connect these 3 locations, they actually create a perfect right triangle. Excuse me. Some have considered the unrest in the Middle East to be like a weeping or crying out of Mother Nature for assistance in this time. Yeah. And then we have our third eye chakra, which is in Western Europe. Now in the body, in the human body, the third eye is the center for intuition and the conscious mind. This is actually the only chakra in the earth that can shift places in the earth. Potentially that's because the earth rotates on its axis. And this chakra is also referred to as the Aeon Activation Center. And it's said to move every aeon or every new age. And it also coordinates with constellations as well. And according to astrology, we're actually in the age of Aquarius right now, which says that the third eye is aligned with the heart chakra in England. Now, when we move into the next phase, which will be the age of Capricorn, I believe, it is said that the eye will shift to Brazil. It's estimated that each age lasts between 2100 and 2500 years on an average. Lastly, we have the crown chakra, which is at Mount Kailash in Tibet. And the human body's crown connects us consciously to the universe and everything in it, every living thing, everything in it. And Tibet is actually known to be the crown jewel of the Himalayas. And it kind of seems fitting for the crown chakra, right? Because it is the crown jewel, right? It almost sounds like it belongs there. This mountain, Mount Kailash, is actually 22,000 feet tall, and it's actually considered to be the roof of the world and the most sacred mountain in the Himalayas. And this mountain serves as like a powerful connector to something greater. Like in the crown chakra actually connects us to something greater than ourselves. This mountain is said to do the same thing. And it's almost in reference to its massive size as it pertains to the physical realm, coupled with its divine sacredness when it comes to the non-physical realm. And this mountain is so sacred to the Tibetans that even attempting to climb it is considered offensive to the realm of spirituality. And so Mount Kailash connects the earth to its spiritual destiny, right? And so overall, the earth chakras are organs when it comes to the health of the world, of the earth. As every living thing depends on, different environments existed within the earth. And each chakra actually provides a function, which is twofold. And that function maintains this overall sense of good health. And it transmits and receives energy encoded with information within the earth. And so that's why the chakras are so important, and that's how it serves the earth. And so it's very similar. I feel very similar with the body. And so if you enjoy this type of information, if you enjoy this subject and would like to hear more, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like, and if you feel led, you can share. And there's more coming. We also have some meditations around the chakras and more information. If you look on my page, you'll see that, okay? Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.